Hey, everybody. Good afternoon. What's going on? I'm Paulette, and you are currently watching The Day Shift. It is about 12:30 in the afternoon Eastern Standard Time where I am, and we want to jump right into it, y'all. I think I'm cool today because I have on a t-shirt that has KCCR radio on the front, and it's so big, it's just hanging off of me. So whatever I'm doing to work out must be working. All right, you guys, let's get into some news and information that you can use. You know how we always do. We start off the day with a wonderful rendition from Alan Edwards and our news department over at KCCR. If I were you, I would go ahead and download the app at KCCR Radio, the Brownstone. And also, you can check us out at kccrthebrownstone.com, guys. Excuse the construction we are under. There are some things that we're working on under the hood. But for now, let's go ahead and get into some news and information that you can use from our news folks over at the KCCR station. You ready? Let's get it.
The Supreme Court on Thursday sided with Google, Twitter, and Facebook in lawsuits seeking to hold them liable for terrorist attacks.
The justices sidestepped the big issue hovering over the cases, the federal law that shields social media companies from being sued over content posted by others. The justices unanimously rejected a lawsuit alleging that the companies allowed their platforms to be used to aid and abet an attack at a Turkish nightclub that killed 39 people in 2017. Davis Richards reporting.
House Republican leaders on Wednesday avoided an on-the-record vote on whether GOP George Santos should be expelled, instead holding a vote to move the Democratic proposed resolution to the House Ethics Committee.
The full House adopted the Republican motion by a party line vote of 221 to 204, with 7 members voting present. All 5 Republicans on the House Ethics Committee voted in favor of the motion, while the Democrats on the committee all voted present. Guy Davis reporting.
Sayfullo Saipov, the ISIS-inspired attacker who was convicted of killing 8 people earlier this year, was sentenced to 8 consecutive life sentences on Wednesday.
Saipov was convicted in January of all 28 counts he faced in connection with carrying out the deadly attack along a Manhattan bike path with a rented Home Depot truck. The Uzbekistan native was spared the death penalty after jurors deadlocked on sentencing. Harry Michaels reporting.
Montana has become the first state to ban TikTok after Governor Greg Gianforte signed legislation into law Wednesday to restrict downloads of the social media app because of security concerns with China.
Montana's new law, which passed the legislature last month, makes it illegal for TikTok to operate in the state. It also makes it illegal for app stores to give any of Montana's 1.1 million residents the option to download the popular app. App stores found violating the ban could be fined $10,000 a day. Clara Hudson reporting.
This is the latest news headlines. 9 migrants were found Tuesday by Mexican authorities after a group was kidnapped on its way to the U.S.-Mexico border. A bus holding 50 migrants left Tapachula, Chiapas on Sunday and disappeared the following day near Matehuala, San Luis Potosi. The migrants had permission to transit through Mexico and decided to take a bus to head to the border. The owner of the company received a call asking for $1,000 for each of the passengers on the bus. 41 of the migrants are still missing. A new proposal from the U.S. Department of Agriculture could eliminate chocolate-flavored milk from school cafeterias. The agency opened a comment request in February for feedback on its proposal to revise long-term school nutrition standards, which includes less added sugars in school lunch and breakfast programs to reduce children's risk of chronic disease. The proposal states, this approach would reduce exposure to added sugars and would promote the more nutrient-dense choice of unflavored milk. Disgraced Theranos CEO Elizabeth Holmes will remain free through the Memorial Day weekend before surrendering to authorities on May 30th to begin her more than 11-year prison sentence for defrauding investors in a blood testing scam. U.S. District Judge Edward Davila set Holmes's revised prison reporting date after her lawyers proposed it in a Wednesday filing. It came after a federal appeals court late Tuesday rejected Holmes's bid to remain out of prison while she attempts to overturn her January 2022 conviction on 4 felony counts of fraud and conspiracy. Drug overdose deaths in the U.S. went up slightly last year after 2 big leaps during the pandemic. Officials with the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention say the numbers plateaued for most of last year. Experts aren't sure whether that means the deadliest drug overdose epidemic in U.S. history is finally reaching a peak, or whether it'll look like previous plateaus that were followed by new surges in deaths. And that's the latest news headlines. I'm Alan Edwards.
All right, folks. Thank you so much for hanging out with us here with Alan Edwards and me and the day shift. Once again, Alan Edwards and his team is also a part of KCCR Radio. You can go ahead and download the app, or you can go to kccrthebrownstone.com and you can check out some of our shows over there. Right now, the Hot Lunch Mix is playing. But guys, guess what? We have some new shows that are actually joining the Brownstone, and we're really excited about that. So we will be sharing more of that with you all in the coming weeks. So get ready, because a new season is abound in the Brownstone. So we're excited. Now, let's get into some of this news and information that you can use. The first one that we want to talk about is the debt ceiling and raising it and what that means for you. Take a look.
As for all the other House Republicans today, they voted for a bill that would end critical food assistance for anywhere between 275,000 to 900,000 people, according to expert estimates. They voted to kick 600,000 Americans off of Medicaid and to significantly increase health care costs for state governments. That is according to the Congressional Budget Office. The bill would also result, according to one estimate, in 780,000 fewer jobs over the next 10 years. It would cut 80,000 jobs from the VA health system. And the Department of Veterans Affairs estimates that, in turn, that would result in 30 million fewer patient visits per year for American veterans. Republicans voted to cut off affordable housing assistance for more than 1 million families. They voted to cut Pell Grants and block President Biden's student loan forgiveness program. They voted to cut early childhood education programs, to cut green energy tax credits. And the plan passed by House Republicans would reduce the number of rail safety inspections by 7,500 and shut down 375 air traffic towers around the country. So the same party that claimed to be outraged by that East Palestine rail disaster, that criticized Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg for his handling of major flight delays, that same party just voted to make air travel harder and to make railways less safe. Republicans just put themselves on record supporting all of that because this is their wish list. This is the stuff they want in exchange for not tanking the global economy.
Y'all, all I'm going to say to you all is when 2024 hits, if you're not voting, something's wrong. That's a strong list that Republicans are willing to vote on for you, the folks that voted them into office, while they themselves just got a $30,000 raise. Yeah, per annum. Yeah, on your dime, while they are looking to cut so many things that help American citizens. So something to definitely think about. Okay. All right. Let's get into other news and information that you can use. Let's get right into it. Let's talk about Disney, y'all. I know if you were paying attention to Cullen and myself this morning, you heard us talk about how Disney actually nixed a $1 billion Florida campus. I'm going to tell you, Disney's willing to play the long game with Florida. So Disney is actually bowing out of a major project in Florida, actually scrapping plans to build a 2,000 employee campus in Orlando's Lake Nona. Now, the decision to nix the $1 billion complex, approved under former CEO Bob Chapek, is a result of changing business conditions, said Josh Amaro, Disney's head of parks, experiences, and products. The announcement comes amid rising tensions from Florida's governor, Ron DeSantis. Disney is suing the governor for leading an alleged campaign of government retaliation after the company criticized state legislation limiting the discussion of gender identity and sexual orientation in classrooms. The Lake Nona campus, about 20 miles from Disney World, was unpopular with Disney's California-based workers, many of whom would have had to relocate to Florida anyway. Disney also announced that it's going to close its Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser in September. The themed hotel opened in March 2022 and started around $4,800 per couple for a 2-day experience. So here's the thing. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has been actually waging a war on Disney for months, and it's not completely clear why. Some say it's because Disney spoke out against his Don't Say Gay bill, which prohibits classroom discussion of gender identity and of sexual orientation in some elementary school grades. Others say it's because Disney is a powerful corporation that DeSantis sees as a threat to his own power. Now, whatever the reason, DeSantis's attacks on Disney are unprecedented. He stripped the company of its special tax district status, which gave it a great deal of autonomy. He also threatened to revoke Disney's copyrights and trademarks. Disney has responded by suing DeSantis and the state of Florida. Now, the company actually argues that DeSantis's actions are a violation of its First Amendment rights. Now, Disney has responded by pulling that $1 billion business development out of the state. And there are talks of another $17 billion still in limbo, which could be actually revoked. I can't wait to see how this is going to end. I don't know about you guys, but it looks like DeSantis is literally tearing up poor Florida. And the hard part is this is his second vote in, and he's actually looking at the White House. So once again, I'm going to encourage folks to get out and vote, get out and vote, get out and vote. This is scary to me. So you guys, here's something else I want you guys to be prepared for, and that's our affiliate program that's a part of Brownstone Worldwide. Let me go ahead and let me introduce you to my virtual self. Are you ready? Oh, hey, how you doing? Welcome to the Brownstone. What's going on, everybody? It's your girl Paulette, and I'm a part of Brownstone Worldwide, which houses, of course, you guessed it, brownstoneworldwide.com, KCCR The Brownstone, the podcasting app, and, of course, Brownstone Living Magazine. Guess what, folks? Do you see that sucker behind me? That is our affiliate program, and it is launching today. So listen, if you're interested in making extra money online, the Brownstone Worldwide affiliate program is an official affiliate program that is going to offer you 20% commission on each sale and monthly recurring revenue for each continued subscriber to what? Brownstone Living Magazine. Guess what, folks? That's going to absolutely add up, especially if you have a way to get that link to all of the people that you want to get it to. There's so many different ways that you can do it, right? Now, the best part about it is that there is no prior experience that's necessary. Anyone can become an affiliate to the Brownstone Living Affiliate Program. Signing up is easy. Once you do, all you have to do is grab your unique links and start sharing that with your network and social media and your emails and with your family and your friends and anybody else that you want to help live the Brownstone lifestyle the way that we're doing it with Brownstone Worldwide. Super easy to do. This program actually is going to provide you with links and creatives to share in a variety of different ways, so you can easily meet the goals that you set for yourself. Super simple. Now, every sale that's actually made through your unique link means a commission for you. Yeah, for you. It's a simple way to earn some extra cash for yourself or for your business if you're trying to offset a cost or pay off a credit card or just have some extra cash on hand. You can sign up by actually scanning that QR code right there or using the link in my bio, right? It's going to say Brownstone Worldwide Affiliate Program. Don't miss out on this opportunity to make some extra cash for yourself. And guess what, folks? There are more ways to generate revenue through the affiliate program that are coming down the pipe. Get in now and start earning some extra cash. All right, folks, don't forget you can become a part of Brownstone Worldwide by becoming an affiliate and sharing the opportunities that we have here with your community. That would mean doing things like letting people know about Brownstone Living Magazine, which is out. And we have Major General Johnny Davis, who is actually on the cover. So take an opportunity and take a look on the inside as well. Let's talk about who is listening to the Brownstone. Y'all, we had a busy day last night. Oh my goodness, you guys showed out last night. What was playing last night? I don't even remember. But here's what you need to know. Y'all, Atlanta and Chicago are always number 1 and number 2 on my list. So shout out to the A, y'all. It's literally hanging off the charts over here as I'm looking. Fort Pierce, West Palm Beach, Florida. You guys are number 3. We have Melbourne. Let's see, Daytona Beach and Orlando, who are literally neck and neck. And we also have Appleton, Wisconsin, who is in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 7th. And I'm only going to do like up to 10, right? We have Montreal that is listening, and Toronto. And of course, Newmarket. The top international cities are listening, and the top countries are, of course, United States and Canada. So big shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for being on our listeners list. As we continue to change and grow, you guys are going to be experiencing some changes, and I'm really excited to share those with you. I'm going to hold back because we do have some new shows that are coming to the Brownstone. We're really excited about that. They'll be a part of the podcast. They'll also be a part of kccrthebrownstone.com, and also they'll be a part of our platforms like Brownstone Worldwide, where we have BWTV, and we also have our other listings like our YouTube podcast channel and things of that nature. So make sure that you are staying connected. Go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel and take a look at Brownstone Worldwide, because the weekend reader is coming out today. So you can get ready for the weekend. We always do like some cute little reminder of what you might have missed, how you can get caught up. And then also, you guys, we kind of give you some stuff you can do on the weekends, right? Okay. All right. Now, a couple of other things that you guys need to be aware of. Coming up in the month of June, we have two amazing guests that are going to be a part of our Lunch and Learn series. We first have Mr. Ramon Ray. He is a wonderful speaker and corporate strategist who has sold 3 of 5 companies that he created, got to 7 figures, and sold 3 of them. And he's developing others. So big shout out to him. He's going to be joining us in the Brownstone and giving us some tips and things that we can definitely talk about. All right. And we're also going to have none other than Casey Brown. You can hang out with her here in the Brownstone starting next month. So we're excited to have her come and join us in the Brownstone and give us some tips, topics, and things that we definitely need to do to become more forthright in our experiences of sharing who we are online and on social media, mainly TikTok. Okay. She's like the short video queen, but it's not the only thing that she does. And that is absolutely amazing. So y'all, let's get back into some of the news and information that we can use because my time is running out. All right. So let's talk about, let's see, home sales are falling. The sale of them, the sale is falling despite a price dip. I'm not surprised by that though, right? Because with everything that's going on and them trying to prevent a recession and things of that nature, you know, so many people are starting to get concerned. So if they did have an idea that they wanted to purchase anything, they're probably going to hold off. So April's existing home sales dropped 3.4% from the previous month and 23.2% from a year earlier. That's significant. As potential buyers are wrestling with up and down mortgage rates, hefty price tags, and persisting inventory woes, the median existing home price right now is $388,800, down 1.7% from the same time last year and marking an 11-year low. Experts actually say the median was driven down in part by more activity in areas with lower asking prices. Now, even in the markets with lower prices, primarily the expensive West region, multiple offer situations have returned. And that's according to the National Association of Realtors and their chief columnist there. Now, let's talk about a gender pay gap for MBAs. Boy, I ought to know. Women who earned MBAs are likely to get immediate pay bumps, but soon fall behind their male counterparts when it comes to salaries, promotions, and responsibilities. That's the finding of a new survey of 1,500 MBA graduates from the nonprofit Forte Foundation. Late career women with MBAs typically earn about 17% less than their male peers, nearly matching the U.S.'s median pay gap. That gap was even wider for minority women with MBAs. Among the survey's other findings, white men get an average 2.3 promotions. Most MBA women receive 1.8, with minority women actually receiving about 1%. White men with MBAs average 3.5% direct reports. Women average about 2. I don't even know what to say about that because I'm actually an MBA myself. And yeah, it is absolutely true. I absolutely know for a fact that I literally was on the low end of the pay scale when I was in corporate America. There you go. Walmart boosted by bargain hunters. This doesn't surprise me. Walmart reported strong quarterly sales and lifted its full year sales and profit forecast Thursday. Now, that's a sign that the retail giant is attracting inflation-stung shoppers seeking lower prices. Same-store sales climbed 7.4% year on year for the quarter ending April 28th, with much of that growth coming from groceries. Higher food prices have led wealthier households to shop more frequently at Walmart. And that's pretty much what the company's saying. But while other consumers are buying Walmart's own label brands to save money, stubborn inflation is certainly creating that uncertainty for Walmart in the second half of 2023. Target and Home Depot are actually reporting their weaker quarterly sales this week as a result of customers shifting their spending from discretionary items to only the essentials. Walmart pops pre-market on earnings beat and bottom line plus strong outlook going forward. Doesn't surprise me at all. So listen, you guys, let's talk briefly about what's coming down the pipe for Brownstone Worldwide. We have our block party that's coming up August 4th. It is actually to benefit a nonprofit organization called Exhale Central Georgia. And we're going to be doing our coming out party during that time. And when I say coming out, we're going to be introducing ourselves to our local community and letting them know all of the amazing services that we provide to our clients and how they can actually benefit. Along the way, we're actually going to be raising money for a worthy cause to get two wonderful young ladies scholarships to get to college. All right. More on that as it becomes available. And let's get into this next one. Next year, we're going on a very first cruise for Brownstone Worldwide. It's our Neighbors Retreat. So get ready to join us in 2024. We're going to start giving you more news and information about that beginning in June. So get ready to meet your neighbors on 7 days of sailing with entertainment, from live music to activities, and even a live taping of Cullen's Corner on that particular cruise ship. We're going to tell you more about that at a later date. And guys, don't forget, first thing in the morning between 9 and 9:30, you're going to get an opportunity to hang out with Cullen and myself. You see that? That's the morning rundown. All right. You guys, we talk a quick 15 minutes, give you the news and information that you can use until I'm able to come back and hang out with you guys and let you know what's happening around the world. Right? So it's a great way for you to get news, to get the stuff that you need and go about your day. Okay. So that's our job here, is to make sure that you're getting what you need so that you can go about your day. Yeah. I'm going to pop in every once in a while and talk about the things that are red flags for me. However, I already know it's not something I'm supposed to be doing. So, but still, I like to do it anyway. So let's get back into more news and information that you can use here. Wow. Let's talk about the recession, y'all. Are you all ready for this? Let's talk about how a recession can actually impact jobs. Even a mild recession right now, such as the one that's widely forecast to actually hit us later this year, is going to cost the country hundreds of thousands of jobs. We're already experiencing that. So most Wall Street economists have surveyed by Bloomberg actually expect gross domestic product to begin contracting in the third quarter. 2 consecutive quarters of contraction signal an official recession. According to a jobs calendar created by the Federal Reserve Bank of Atlanta, if those projections are correct, the economy is likely to lose about 1.7 million jobs over the following 12 months or so, as the unemployment rate climbs above 4.2%. Is a soft landing in which the unemployment remains under 4% still possible? Inflation may or may not play a role, and that's according to the New York Times. So we have to really, really pay attention to this. This is the implication. Economists are expecting a downturn. The average of 15 predictions suggest that the U.S. economy is going to shed, again, close to 2 million jobs over the next year and a bit. So actually about 120,000 employees are going to start losing their jobs towards probably the end of the year. So it's a stark reminder that even if a recession is mild by historical standards, it would likely still involve hundreds of thousands of Americans at a minimum losing their jobs. And so what do you do in a situation like that? You start making money on your own. You start finding ways to do things that you can do by yourself. We're going to be talking about that on a Lunch and Learn. We're going to be talking about working from home and doing all kinds of things. And it's just going to be us. It's going to be me and you talking about what you can do to generate additional revenue for yourself. Here's what I am saying to you. Now that you see what's coming down the pipe, especially with an election that's coming up in 2024. You're finding out more about what's happening between the GOP and the Democrats, what's happening with what they're doing with the debt ceiling, how that's important to you, how that's going to impact your personal bottom line. And not only that, what does this look like for how much money you're going to be able to bring home and what you need to do about it now. All right, folks, that's my time. 3 things that I always like to tell you before I end every single show. 1, love your life. It's the only one that you have. 2, live your life to the fullest and embrace everything that is your life because you only get one you. You might as well enjoy it. And lastly, breathe through every single moment. We'll see you at brownstoneworldwide.com for more news and information that you can use. Also on kccrthebrownstone.com. Excuse the construction we're under. And also go ahead and feel free to download the app. Get that Brownstone Living magazine downloaded as well by subscribing over at brownstoneworldwide.com. We'll see you around.